Hey guys, so this is week 5. I'm really sorry. I did mention that I am very, very sorry, right? I'm awful with keeping up on things. Granted, I'm full-time work, full-time college student. I know that's not an excuse, but it's really getting in the way of me being able to do this. So I'm trying to keep up. I really am. So like I said, this is week 5. Again, as I stated last time, I was going to do questions. This case, it helps me get to know you better, you get to know me better, and it helps you understand where I'm coming from and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So last week, we actually did a question what my book was actually about. This week, I actually got a question from a Janine Markson. She's actually a Twitter follower of mine, and she was actually one of my first, which is kind of cool. And it turns out she is also an author, and she actually does her own books. She does sci-fi and fantasy, so you can follow her pretty much anywhere. Again, she's on Twitter, Facebook. Anyway, she, like I said, she does her own book. She does it all by e-publishing, so she does her own publishing. And she actually asked me, basically, there are a lot of publishing book companies out there that allow you to get your book published and do it yourself. Have you considered one of these? The answer is yes. Yes, I have. In fact, my father's done it. He has 2 books that are currently out. Actually, no, I'm wrong. He has 2 books, but he has bunches and bunches of comic books if you're into comic books. You can find them under Mirren Graphics or Mirren Publishing. I'm not sure which one he goes under these days, but so I have considered it, but the thing is that it takes your own money to do so. A lot of people don't think that. They're like, hey, we can just put our stuff up here and people will buy it. Well, that is the case in some aspects, but to be able to get yourself, say, out in like Barnes & Noble or in a bookstore in general, you actually have to be willing to pay them because they don't typically just take the books. They typically want to be paid for the bookshelf space to be used. So it can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to have, say, a big company like Barnes & Noble put your book out. It also costs hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get your book edited. I'm actually currently trying to get my book professionally edited right now. I was actually in a contest, Valentine Vixens on 99.3. Sadly, I didn't win. The $1,000 would have been fantastic. I would have been able to use that to get my book edited professionally, but sadly I couldn't. So right now I'm actually saving up a lot of money to do that. The thing is, a lot of publishers, they want to have a professionally edited book. It makes it look better when they even consider trying to read the manuscript. They're saying, oh, well, okay, if it's professionally edited, maybe we'll give it more of a shot. So to be able to do your own editing and to basically do your own publishing through like an ebook reader, or not an ebook reader, I'm sorry guys, an website publishing company or something like that, you'll have to have a lot of money to do so. Money in which I really don't have. A lot of my stuff is going to my college books, college tuition, so I'm willing to spend the money to get my book professionally edited because that will help me get a bigger foot in the door, so to speak, in this case. But really, I would much prefer to have, say, a bigger publishing company take me on rather than me getting my own book out there. Don't get me wrong, I am getting my book out there. I have my own website. I'm currently working on the website for the Jane Foster Files. There's actually a couple of my chapters up, so if you want to read them, go right ahead. They are actually on my website forum, which I'm also doing. It's actually an RPG forum, role-playing game forum. So I mean, I am doing stuff to get the book out there. I'm just not going to an online publishing company or one of those types of things because I really want to be taken on like by a big name publishing company like Tor Books or Ace Books, and I guess I have some high standards. But to be honest, if I get rejected, if I get rejected from over 100 different publishers, then I will take the route of getting going on and doing it myself. But I'd like to get the opportunity, or at least take the leap and go forward to get that done first before I decide to do it on my own. Again, like I'm hoping to be able to do so. I'm hoping my books are good enough. I personally feel my books are good enough, but I'm hoping that a publisher will take on these books and say, you know what, these books are fantastic, we can do something with them. And again, going to an e-book publishing site, that'll probably be my last resort if no other online publishing company takes me on. So I hope that answers your question, Janine. And if you have any more, please let me know. I will try and keep up with this. I have another one coming up. I have 2 more questions. No, I'm sorry, make that 3 more questions. I do have 3 more questions that I need to have answered, and I do enjoy answering these questions. So by all means, I'm more than willing to take on anything you got.